Hey, what's up, my fearless networking friend? Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, I want to share with you a strategy specifically in the cold market that helped me to get to my first $10,000 monthly residual check in network marketing. And it's something that any of you can do. And a lot of you are not implementing this already. So it's something that actors do all the time. And it's something that we do once we understand the power of it. And this is very, very effective specifically in the cold market. And it's not effective in your warm market, and I'll explain that to you as well. But there's something that I began doing a long time ago. So when I was living in Monterey, California, way back in the day, struggling to figure out how to get my business up and running, working leads, working cold market, desperate, broke, not seeing a lot of progress, and I was frustrated. And I'm sitting there making phone calls, and I'm running out of money, and the desperation and the needy, beggy stuff is just like welling up inside of me, and I'm pretty confident that the people that I was communicating with could feel that, because it was all of my focus. All of my focus was on, oh, it's not working, and I'm frustrated, and I'm not making any money. I really need this sale. I need to sign up, and all that stuff just came out when I was prospecting and I wasn't seeing a lot of results. And this is something that I actually began doing back in like the early 1990s. And then many years later, I actually got a certification, basic and master certification in NLP. And then I actually learned I was like, oh, that's what I was doing. I had no idea. It's called Perceptionist Projection. And this is something I've taught on in the past, but I think it's a worthy conversation to have with you guys. And here's the way this works, right? So your warm market, they know you, they know everything about you. They're your friends. They've seen you at your best. They've seen you at your worst. They know all your flaws. They know your history. And even if you completely shifted and turned over a new leaf, as they say, and now you're a completely different person, they still see you as that person that they've known for so long. And so their perception of you is going to be based on all of the prior and past experiences leading up to this point. And even though you've changed, you stopped doing drugs, you got your stuff together, you're like, whatever, you've changed. They don't necessarily see the change just yet. And so they're still seeing you the way that they've always known you. Now, here's the beautiful thing, and this is this strategy, is people that don't know you, they don't know you. So they don't know all of your history, all of your past. They don't know if you're broke. They don't know if you're rich. They don't know if you got it all together. If you're a super flake, they don't know. So you get to be whoever it is that you want to be. That's the beautiful thing about cold market recruiting when you implement this thought process and you understand the concept of perception as projection. And the way I think the easiest way for me to describe it to you is when you meet somebody or you're engaging with them in conversation, how you communicate, what you say, how the interaction is, they're formulating an opinion of you. And we've done this through our whole lives, right? We meet somebody, and that first experience, we end up judging them based on that initial experience. Were they grumpy and now you're thinking they're mean, or were they super amazing? Like every experience is different, right? So like what the phrase, you only have one time to make a lasting or great impression. So that concept here, actors do it all the time. Actors play roles. They play parts in movies, and they become believable. And so we watch the movie, and this actor is playing a role, and we laugh, and we cry, and we tear up, and we get angry, and we get happy, and we have all these emotions based on the character that they're playing in the movie. And it becomes real to us. I mean, it becomes so real that we weep in a movie, or we're laughing, or it's like, it becomes real. It's not, I mean, you've all been in a movie, and you're so drawn into the movie where it feels like this is for real, even though it's just actors acting a part. That's what we do here. So this concept of perception as projection is, imagine this, when you're meeting a new person, and you're engaging them in conversation. This is the first time that you're talking to them. Everything that you're doing, everything that you're saying, how you're dressed, how you look, how you sound, how the body language, all of it's being projected up onto this virtual movie screen of this person, which this person is watching. And that what they're experiencing is, from this initial interaction, is them now formulating opinion on the reality of who you are. So, I mean, I use this example, kind of a silly example, like this grandma, sweet lady, sweet Christian woman, never drank, never smoked in her life, lived an almost perfect life. She's like 80, falls, breaks her hip, and goes to the hospital. And so they send her home, and they're like, hey, you got to take these pain pills. And she's like, I don't take no pain pills. And she never drank, doesn't take any, but her hips hurting so bad that she pops a little half of a pain pill to make the pain go away. And her friend says, hey, we're having a Christmas party. We'd love for you to come over. And she goes over to the Christmas party, and she's never drank, but they're doing a celebratory toast of champagne. She takes 2 sips of champagne, and that little half of a pain pill that she took, all of a sudden it starts to interact in her system. And then she's like, my name is Granny Jones. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, my goodness, you are such a beautiful human being. Right? And then so all the people that she's meeting, they're like, oh my gosh, what's the opinion that they're formulating? Oh my gosh, sloppy, drunk old lady can't handle her stuff, right? But the reality is that's not who she is. That's who she was in that instance because of the, little pain pill and the little 2 sips of champagne that she took. But now all those people are thinking, oh, that's who she is, because that was their experience with her. Well, when you pick up the phone and you engage somebody in conversation, or you're reaching out to somebody, you can be whoever you want to be. So my question is, and this is what I did when I was in this little 1-bedroom duplex in Pacific Grove, California, was I'm like, okay, I'm broke, but I'm not going to act like I'm broke. I'm not going to run around like, hey, I made 30 grand last month, you should join me, because that's stupid, that's a lie. But what you can do is, how would you act if you were making 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, 50 grand a month? What would you carry yourself differently? Would you speak differently? Would you prospect and hold yourself in a different manner? My guess is, yeah, absolutely you would. When you got the proof in the pudding, when you got $50,000 a month coming in, you're like, this works. You're not going to be like, well, you're not going to be shy. You're not going to be afraid, because you got the proof. You got the evidence. But you can create an environment, specifically in the cold market, where, if I call you, and this is what I did. I mean, I was working out of a garage, like this gross garage. There was carpet in it, and I had a desk in there, but I was working at a garage. When I picked up the phone and called these people, I didn't say, hey man, dude, I need some help. I'm in a garage, and I need you to join my business. I didn't want them to. They don't know where I'm calling from. They don't know if I'm calling from this luxurious house overlooking the ocean, or I'm living in my car. They don't know. So now it's how I projected myself. So I project myself in a particular manner. Perception is projection. So their perception of me, based on what I'm projecting, is different perhaps than the reality. Now, I want to be clear here. This is not fake it till you make it. This isn't lying to people and saying, I made this, that you should join me, whatever. This is you just acting as if. Again, actors do it all the time. You don't need to go to acting school to go, okay, well, if I was really successful in this business, you think I might carry myself in a different manner? Yeah, I could probably do that. I'd probably talk a little bit more. And again, if you're brand new, I understand where this might be a little difficult. It's like, I don't have all the words. I don't really know everything, but you can still act in a way where, like, you've got it going on. You're confident. You know which direction you're going in. You're professional. You're like, the way you carry yourself is in such a professional way. And the crazy thing is, when you start to implement this stuff, you'll start to find people that are coming to you, even when you're not making any money yet. I mean, I was broke. I wasn't making any money yet. And all of a sudden, because I started to implement this strategy, I had people joining me. Because they felt that they were talking to somebody who had it going on, that was successful, and they were gonna follow that person. So just when you understand this, the concept is called perceptionist projection, okay? And what you project becomes that person's reality of who you are. So my question to you is, what do you want to project on your prospects? Now, again, warm market, you might have gone through the change, and over time they may see the change, but they're probably not going to see the change as fast as, it's instant when you're dealing with somebody that you don't yet know. And that's the beautiful thing. So for those of you that are doing any kind of cold market prospecting, that's something that you definitely want to fully embrace. So love you guys. So happy you're here. If you're on my YouTube channel, what's up, YouTubers? If you're listening to me on audio on my podcast, Thank you so much. You want to come over to my page, get the details from this episode, come over to toddfalcone.com/episode 121. Again, toddfalcone.com/episode 121. I appreciate you for being here. Implement the strategy. You're going to love it. It's going to help you produce more, especially in the cold market. And we'll see you on the next episode.